your real estate domain name costing you 5 times more per lead? You'd be absolutely shocked how many campaigns I see and how many CRM accounts and websites that I see where this simple little change that I'm going to show you can make a massive difference. 3 times, 4 times, 5 times the lead cost if you don't fix this. So let's jump into it real quick. So just so you know, I know what I'm talking about here. I've converted $2.97 million in gross commission income in my real estate business. This includes my production as well as the production of agents on my team. I'm out of production now for about the last 7 years. I put all of these leads that come in, most of them through Google Ads, and I put them into my Lofty account. So this is Lofty. There's 88,000, almost 89,000 leads in here, with, like I said, most of them coming from Google Ads. And I'm going to show you the real quick fix right now that's really going to unlock cheaper leads for you, but the quality is going to be really good. So this is my main real estate website. It's searchonlinelistings.ca, and it is generic by design. I want it to feel like a search portal because I want people to view it and sign up and give their information and feel like they're not going to be pestered, but they're going to get value out of it. So this is what I highly recommend. I did not start with a domain like this. I actually started with a domain like I'm sure many of you will start with or have started with, CoreyPrince.com and CoreyPrince.ca. So I just used my first and last name because I felt like I wanted to build my personal brand. But the reality is nobody cares about my personal brand until they know who I am. And they often it'll repel them until they actually trust and know who I am. So here's an example of a real estate website. This is not actually a domain, bestrealestateteam.com. This sort of tactic is very common where people try to position their name or the particular brand of their team or something in the URL, which is great once they know who you are. But if they don't know who you are and they see a Google ad or they see some sort of advertisement, they're going to be less likely to want to click on it because they're looking for something that's got all the information, but they're not committing to anybody just quite yet. So I highly recommend doing this. I'm going to show you the data in my system. I've been doing Google Ads since 2010. So for my real estate business, that's 15 years at the time of this recording. And for a couple hundred other realtors across Canada and the US. And I've got the data to back up exactly what I'm talking about. So we go into Google Ads report editor. This is what we call a masterclass, my Google Ads masterclass master account, meaning I have access to all the Google Ads accounts that I've helped manage. So if I click on this little label right here, it says not on Corey's Lofty. That means people that are using Real, LTP, and EXP's enterprise version of Lofty. It's very similar, except for they're using a domain that's not very generic. So oftentimes they're using a domain that's very much like this. And let's see what the result is. So we click save, $24.29 per lead. So when we see that, we go, okay, that's not a huge amount, but that's not a tiny amount either. Now keep in mind the traffic that I'm sending to both of these examples is traffic that gets me leads for under $2 per lead in my system. So $24.29 on the not on Corey's Lofty. We click on Corey's Lofty and click save. It's going to show that it's $4.75 per lead. So this is not different campaigns. This is the exact same campaign going to a generic or going to a domain that's like branded, like a bestrealestateteam.com versus an unbranded generic domain like searchonlinelistings.com or .ca. The difference there is 5 times. It's actually more than 5 times the price for the same quality and the same traffic. So I cannot stress how valuable it is to pay a fifth the price for leads. The delta between what your spend is and your revenue, therefore your profit margin, is just exponential. I've generated almost 90,000 leads, converted them to almost $3 million in closed commission, and it actually parlayed it into being able to meet Alex Hormozi and win the school games not too long ago. So I hope you found this video really insightful, and I highly recommend you make sure to use a generic domain. Just give the customer what they want. Once they sign up, you can work your magic, you can be charming, you can build rapport, and then of course they're going to want to work with you because you're fantastic. But until they know who you are, they really don't care. Make it generic, get better results, and I will see you in the next video.